Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Maddox and this is EXS 275 Research Methods and Data Interpretation. This week we will be going over the syllabus, the course outline and assignments, and the expectations for this course. We will also be going over Chapter 1 this week as well. So for this course, this is going to provide some instruction on scientific methods in exercise science, such as including some basic research design and statistical techniques that are commonly employed in exercise science and just in research in general. Some of the statistical techniques and research designs we'll see through research articles that we'll be reading throughout the semester, and for you that on your own time as well. You'll also be gaining and being exposed to practical experiences and understanding published research, kind of the whole process of writing, such as the writing portion, pretty much how each section is kind of written in a way. Some ethics concern relating to research. There's always, a lot of ethics when performing human research, and unfortunately, for this fall, we won't be completing a research project, but what we'll be doing is writing some sort of very small literature review, and you providing some sort of presentation on a topic of your choice that I must approve on research presentation. We'll also be doing some small writing assignments to get you some practice, and then some statistical assignments as well. So the goal of this class is that all of the students will have some sort of data collection for you to kind of look at and then kind of run and then kind of explain as well. For this course, there are objectives. One of them is the development and understanding of key terms as they relate to the research process. How this will be assessed is through exams and other assignments throughout the semester. Another objective is to increase exposure of student to research being conducted in the exercise sciences. Through this, and how this will be assessed is through your small literature review that you'll have to do throughout the semester, your article matrix, which I'll talk a little bit later, your research requirement, which is pretty flexible, and your research presentation on a topic. The other objective is to increase the students' understanding of necessary steps surrounding data collection and statistical analysis. Although we won't be collecting data collection itself, how this will be assessed is through assignments and exams. For the statistical analysis, I'll give you guys an Excel chart or an SPSS output, and then for you guys to write a conclusion and provide some sort of interpretation of those results. Lastly, the development of the student's ability to scientifically write and critically evaluate scientific writing. How this is going to be assessed is through your article review assignments, your literature review, then your research article presentation. These will all kind of give you some sort of understanding on what the process is through research and how the writing process is development as well. My office is located in the field house. For office hours, there are no specific office hours in itself. However, if you have any questions regarding the assignments, please email me. And you can see my email listed below. Please include in the subject line EXS 275 so I know it's coming from this course in itself. If you are still not understanding or comprehending the terminology or the material or the assignment through email, we can always set up a Teams meetings as well. This course is 100% online, therefore there are no in-class lectures. Even though this course is online and you don't have to be on campus, just to help standardize the class time, it will be starting on Monday. If you look through your portal, you can see that the class day is designated as Monday. Even though there is not a time assigned to it, since this is an online class, we will designate a start time, and that start time will be 11 a.m. This will help standardize for certain due dates on assignments and any late assignments as well for that. Therefore, it is your responsibility to check Canvas for daily course announcements, any changes in class schedules and test schedules, looking at the syllabus. I will be also posting articles for you guys to review for assignments. If there is any extra credit opportunities, I'll post that there in the announcements. And if there are any other additional changes throughout the course during this semester. If you do not check Canvas regularly, you can possibly have some missing points or extra credit opportunities or some sort of aspect in this class. For this course, there's no textbook that is required for this class. All the materials will be provided to you guys through PowerPoint lectures that can be accessed through Canvas. These PowerPoint lectures will be pretty text heavy since there's no textbook that is required, but through these PowerPoint lectures and through VoiceOver, I will provide additional comments and additional information for you to have. If you are interested in picking up the book for this course, just to use as a reference, it is the Research Methods in Kinesiology in the Health Sciences by Hall and Getchell. It's the first edition. To go a little bit more in depth for the course, here is the attendance and assignment explanations. You can read this on your own through the syllabus that I'll be posting, but to kind of give you a brief overview, one, for attendance, since this course is conducted entirely online, this means you do not have to be on campus to complete any portion of it. Although you do not have to be on campus for this course, the class time will start at 11 a.m. on each Monday. Like I mentioned earlier, this is to help standardize everything. To notify me that you are attending this class or that you signed up for this class, you will have an introductory assignment and filling out a survey on campus. If you do not fulfill this assignment and survey, you will be dropped from the course. You are required to log in weekly to review the course material, so this is to keep up to date, responsibility to look at the PowerPoints, look at any assignments that are due, and anything else throughout the semester. Like I mentioned earlier, I'll post all the materials online on Canvas for you guys. If I fail to do so after indicating I would, please email me in regards. I'll try to post everything, such as the PowerPoint lecture, and any of the assignment instructions and a little bit more detailed assignments on how you're being graded before 11 a.m. For assignments, all assignments are expected on the due date and times as specified in the syllabus. So if you're not too sure what time the assignment is due, please refer to your syllabus. I'll email you guys or post on the announcements in Canvas if one assignment due date is going to change. The assignment due date time that I have listed is set for Central Time Zone. So if you're in Eastern Time Zone, just kind of remember that it's 1 hour behind. So this is where it's your responsibility to be cognizant of the due date and time for the assignments, quizzes, and then any of the exams as well. So for your assignments, I'll keep the assignment pretty much open all year, so you're going to have pretty much no opening date. So what I mean is your assignments will be open for a week, so you can open it, so you can submit your assignment that Monday or later on throughout the week for that. How you're going to turn your assignments in is through a word process document, so a Word doc, unless otherwise instructed. So do not submit the assignment as pages if you're using a Mac. All assignments must be submitted online through Canvas as a Word document. Any assignment not turned in at the scheduled time will be considered late and will incur a 25% deduction in points. In these situations, students will have 24 hours to submit their assignment via email. Assignments turned in after 24 hours of the scheduled due date will incur a 50% deduction in points. Assignments turned in after the start of next class period, and that's in 1 week, 11 a.m. or later, will not be graded and assigned a grade of 0. If you have technical difficulties submitting through Canvas, email me immediately with your assignment attached in the Word document format. Do not wait until the assignment is closed. For this, make sure that I give you guys a week ahead or even more to submit your assignments, so you guys have ample amount of time to submit if you do run into any technical difficulties in itself. For your exams, there's going to be 2 exams. These exams are going to be multiple choice questions relating to the covered material. For these, you'll be taking it through Canvas. These exams will be open at the start of class time, 11 a.m. The exams will be open for 1 week until the start of next class, so you have 1 week to take the exam. But once you open the exam, you'll have a completion time or duration to complete it in 2 hours. Since this course is online and I give you guys ample amount of time of taking the exam based off your schedule, makeup exams are not offered, since this is an online environment and this exam is going to be available for at least 24 hours or more for that. In cases of true emergencies, the instructor may temporarily reopen the exam if I'm notified of the emergency within 24 hours of the missed exams and is reasonably feasible. Again, this is for you to be cognizant of the time and due dates of the assignments, quizzes, and exams. Throughout the course of the semester, there will be up to 10 quizzes given worth 10 points. For these quizzes, there will be 10 questions, and these questions will be multiple choice questions relating to the covered material. You are to take these quizzes through Canvas, and they are due by Monday at 11:59 p.m. So for example, we have for chapter 1 that's given and posted on Monday, you will have pretty much 1 week to take the quiz over chapter 1 for that. When you are taking the quizzes, you'll have a duration of 20 minutes to complete it once started. Since all the quizzes are provided in an online format, there are no makeup quizzes since you have more than 24 hours to take it. So you can take the quiz on Tuesday, you can take a quiz on Saturday, whatever fits your schedule best in itself. Just also be aware the time in submission of these quizzes, right? And always refer to the syllabus. Another part of this course is article review assignments. You will be given 5 scientific articles throughout the semester. This is to introduce students on how to read a research paper, what a research paper consists of. 1 of your class periods will dedicate on how to actually read a research paper. So I'll post the research paper for you guys that we're going to be reviewing, kind of highlight each area and kind of explain a little bit more in depth of what's going on and how to find things when authors are explaining their results. This is to help develop your ability to interpret the article's results, such as the tables and figures that you see, by possibly explaining them physiologically from the research article for that. For these research articles that I will be posting to you guys, they're going to be relatively easy. Some of the terminology and some things you may not understand, it's okay. But I will be listing or highlighting tables and figures for you to interpret. And what you'll be doing for this is interpreting it based off of what the authors are saying. So for example, if we see if one of the articles saw an increase in strength, and I give you a table showing a strength from before they started the intervention and after, how do the authors explain that physiologically? Usually they'll explain it physiologically, meaning what are the mechanisms why they actually increase their strength. So you'll have to tell me that through these assignments. This is to kind of help you get familiar of reading research articles, and this is all kind of building up to your PowerPoint presentation and then your small lit review for that. You can ask questions. I'll post all these articles for you guys. Like I mentioned, you can email me about questions, or if you're not understanding through email, we can set up a Teams meeting. One of your other assignments is a city training. So Lindenwood University subscribes to the Collaborative IRB Training Initiative program for training researchers in itself. Even though we're not going to be on campus collecting data, or mock data for this course, I still want you guys to complete this training. All you will be doing is complete the biomedical research investigators. And this is a portion if you were conducting research involving participants such as exercising, performing, or some sort of nutritional intervention. You can click on the link to complete this online training. For that, it may take about 20 minutes, but a certificate will pop up with your name and the completion date. All you'll have to do is just take a screenshot or save it as an image and then upload it through Canvas, and then you're done for there. One of your assignments that will be required for this course will be the research requirement assignment. So this is going to take on many different forms. If we were on campus, some of them could be participating in or finding someone else to participate on their behalf, a project being conducted within the exercise and performance nutrition lab or at Lindenwood University itself, observing research testing of an ongoing research project, or attending a thesis or dissertation proposal or defense. Those would be ones that would always be going on if we were on campus, and if it wasn't for this pandemic. There are some virtual things that can help fulfill this. It would be attending a regional, national, or local sports nutrition or exercise science conference where research is being discussed, participate or view a live health or exercise science related webinar. Well, another one could be signing up and complete a continuing education course through ACSM, NSCA, possibly NASM for that. If you are already certified, you can always find some sort of course to take, such as TRX suspension training for that matter. If you are not certified and are looking to become a personal trainer, strength and conditioning coach a little bit later, and you take the test and become certified, this can help reach that requirement. I will be posting some opportunities for you guys throughout the course of the semester. So this requirement is not due until the end of the semester, or if you do it relatively soon, you can submit it and have it not be worried for you to figure out something at the last minute. But I'll post this through class announcements for you guys and everything. But you can see here, whenever you are submitting this, a cover page is needed and a one-page summary and explanation of your experience to receive full credit. For this, it has to be done during this semester, fall 2020, while you are enrolled in this class. So if you took your ACSM personal training certification last semester in the spring, that will not count, unfortunately. Just off the top of my head, there might be an opportunity if you listen to podcasts or something like that to receive some credit. Another assignment will be an introduction methodology practice. So this is to kind of get you slowly into the writing process of research articles in itself. You'll be completing assignments that will be gaining you experience on understanding the content within each section of the manuscript in itself. So we're going to practice for that, and then when we go towards your literature review, this is where you're going to be actually incorporating the research articles you find and putting it out in written form. Another thing that's going to be throughout this semester is an article matrix. So for this, students will provide a detailed breakdown of the methodology, such as the sample and study design and intervention, testing measurements, the results, conclusions of at least 6 articles that the student searches and finds based on the lecture on how to find research articles that we're dedicating a day to. This is to provide students with a reference for their writing assignment, such as your literature review. So I will be posting an article matrix template for you guys. All you will have to do is fill that out, and this can be used as a good reference whenever you're writing your literature review. Because whenever you're writing literature review and kind of synthesizing multiple research papers into, a big paragraph or anything, rather than going back and forth finding the papers, it's, your matrix is right there. You can just be like, this study did this and this study did this, very similar, and easily can combine that. Your literature review, the purpose of this is for you to develop and demonstrate your research and written skills in communicating a topic of interest. So you get to pick what type of topic you want to write about within the exercise science field. It could be nutrition related, such as protein intake or carbohydrate intake. This could be sports performance related, such as resistance training and how it improves vertical jump. It can be a variety of different areas, but I must approve it. There is an approval date throughout the syllabus that you need to send it in before me, so it might have to be a couple back and forths of what areas you're interested in, and for this and during the literature review, this will also be no overlapping. So the reason why you're sending it and the mind must approve it is so there's no overlapping of topics in itself. The components of the article matrix assignment will be beneficial and be utilized within the literature review. So like I just mentioned earlier, when you're writing, just refer to your article matrix rather than going back to the papers. But during your literature review as well, not only the article matrix makes it a little bit easier, but you may have to read these research articles that you find relating to the topic over and over again, or read it a couple times. What this paper will consist of is an introduction, a review of the literature that you find of the 6 articles, or you can include even more for that, but 6 is the minimum. The summary of your findings and the conclusion. The paper should be 5 pages in length, not including the references. Additional references may be necessary on top of the article matrix assignments. Less than 5 pages will result in point reduction. So it has to be 5 pages for that. You can go over a little bit, but try not to go over too much. Throughout the semester, there will be 4 total statistical assignments that will need to be completed. All the materials for all assignments will be provided and discussed in PowerPoint and posted on Canvas. All of such assignments are intended to expose students to the process of completing various statistical tests and help with your writing skills. For this, I'll give you guys an Excel sheet with mock data and you to run SPSS in itself. If we cannot get SPSS on our personal laptops in general, I'll provide you the SPS output, and from there you'll have to look at the output and then based off of lecture, write the results and interpretations for that. Lastly, your research article presentation. The purpose of this is for you to develop and demonstrate your communicational skills of a topic of interest. Again, like I mentioned, this has to be approved by me. What we'll do for this is that you'll be gathering research articles and then with that posting it in a presentation form. With this, this is looking at the review of the literature through PowerPoint by providing a 8 to 10 minute video. This includes an introduction, background of the topic, the title and authors of the studies, the methods that were utilized, results with tables and figures and explaining them, and then a conclusion based off the research articles of that. We need at least 4 peer-reviewed articles for this presentation. Failure to meet the requirement will result in loss of points. So kind of give you, a quick overview. I'll give you a detailed Word document for this, but what you'll do is you can utilize some of your articles that you are writing for the literature review, but you would be giving your introduction background, which should be easy because we're writing it for the lit review in itself. But what you'll do is, based off the article or whatever peer-reviewed articles you're utilizing for this presentation, is you'll say what the title of the study is, what they did, such as the methods, provide screenshots of the tables and figures, and kind of give a quick explanation based off the authors of that, and you'll do that for 4 articles. At the end, you'll wrap it up by giving some sort of conclusion. This is coming also tying in with your lit review on what you found and what should be looking for the future, what should be more researched in this type of area for that. You'll submit your presentation as a video through Canvas. It should be like I mentioned again, 8 to 10 minutes in duration. Lastly, I will frequently communicate through Lindenwood University email only. If you're emailing me from a non-Lindenwood University email, don't expect a response for that. Make sure it's coming from your Lindenwood email account itself. Here's additional course expectations on how you can succeed in this course, giving you some sort of guideline on how much time to put in for this class based off of the amount of hours. Another thing would be academic honesty and plagiarism and cheating. This is particularly towards your writing assignments and particularly your literature review and your statistical assignments. So this is easy saying, if you get caught cheating, copying each other's homework word for word, there will be some sort of penalty involved. Usually with the first offense, it's usually just a 0 for the assignment, second, failing for the class, and then thirdly, you can be expelled. Here we have the continuation of academic dishonesty. Just like I mentioned, there's different levels of offenses. Again, to repeat, first offense, usually you get a 0 for the assignment. Second offense, you get a failure for the course itself. And then third offense, depending on how many you've had previously or accumulated, you would be expelled. Recording electronic devices, if we were actually in a classroom, the use of cameras, video, audio taping devices, or any other kinds of electronic devices is allowed only after obtaining permission from the instructor. But since we are fully online, that shouldn't be an issue as well. Students with disabilities may see the Student Support and Accessibility Coordinator, Jeremy. Here is his phone number and here is his email address to contact him. This is also found within the syllabus. But make sure that you guys reach out to him as soon as possible to make all the reasonable accommodations for this course. Here is your grading and how you'll be evaluated throughout the course of the semester. You can see for exams, we have 2 exams worth 50 points each. Your quizzes totaling up to 100 points. Remember, we have up to 10 quizzes, 10 points each. We'll have writing assignments, your statistical assignments, your research assignments, and then your presentation, for a total of 515 points for this class. You can see with the grading scale, 90 to 100% is an A, 80 to 89% is a B, and so forth. One of your questions may be that, do I round up? And I do. So if you have an 89.5, that will round up to a 90%, and you will receive an A for the course. And this goes for the following grades as well. One of the big things is that all grades are final following the final exam. Do not email me about your grade to see if you can go from a C to a B or B to an A or any way to improve your GPA or to pass the class itself. Your grade is based on your study habits and how well you perform throughout the semester. Exams, quizzes, presentations, your assignments throughout the semester will be given to reflect those attributes. Emails regarding your final grade will go unanswered. Big highlight point of this is to always be cognizant of always checking Canvas and using your time wisely outside of classwork to study and perform these assignments, since we're not actually in class in person. Some study tips in preparation. One of them would be to read through the lectures Like I mentioned, these lectures and PowerPoints that I'll be posting for you guys with voiceover will be pretty text heavy. And because of this, this is the reason why the textbook is not required. If you would like to, you can still purchase the textbook that I'm using for this course to use as a reference and to help you study for the quizzes and exams. Please review the lectures each week. That's to help you study for all the quizzes. If you need to help you study, there's Quizlet that you can make. You can have Kahoots. You can, kind of have set up Teams meetings with other classmates and quiz each other and so forth. We aren't attending any class in person, but if you have any questions regarding the material, please email me. We can talk through there. If you're still not understanding the material or the topic, we can always set up a Teams meeting so you can gain a better understanding and for you to be successful in this course. Here's the course outline for this fall semester. You can see, looking at this course outline, the weeks, the day, the topic, and quizzes and exams, that's when they're due. So for the first week of class, we'll go over the syllabus, have the course introduction, and then going over chapter 1 of the book itself. And then we have the survey through Canvas that's due by August 28th. You can see that your first quiz will be due by Monday 11:59 p.m. on August 30th. So what will happen is that the quiz 1 will be open on August 24th, starting at 11 a.m., and then it will close on August 30th at 11:59 p.m. And this is kind of how the structure will go for your quizzes. You can see when their due dates are based off the syllabus itself. So that's kind of how it's repeated. And then you can see also some other assignments as well. For this, we have our exam 1 that will be open on October 26th. So you'll have a full week, and then it will be closed on November 2nd at 11:59 p.m. as well. And you can see we'll also have a quiz that is due that's just covering over the material itself. Thanksgiving break we'll have November 23rd, so there's not any classes or anything like that. For our correlational assignment, you can see copy and paste SPSS and explain the results. This will help with writing, but if we can't download SPSS on your personal laptop computers, I'll just give you guys the printed output, and then you can go from there. Your final exam will be on December 7th, the Monday, and that will be due. And that pretty much for that week of final exams, you'll have to take the final exam from November 30th until final exam week's ends. And then during this time, your presentations will be needed to be submitted as well. Here's a little bit further breakdown on your assignments and when they're due. Your course outline for the syllabus in itself kind of gives you when the quizzes are due in itself, but this goes a little bit more in detail with the other assignments. So this also gives you the possible points on totaling of your 515, which we already went over for grading evaluations, but you can see the due dates on here. For example, reference assignment will be due September 7th by 11:59 p.m. and that's worth 10 points. And then it kind of goes on. You can see some of the things that we're doing for our assignment wise. There's 2 of them that aren't due Monday on kind of the start of the new week. It is your literature review, which is due by November 20th, Friday by 11:59 p.m. For your literature review, this will be open from the start of the semester until November 20th, 11:59, which is going to be a Friday. So remember Friday by 11:59 p.m. This is for me to read your guys' literature review and have it graded in a timely manner. Another assignment that's going to be due on a Friday is going to be t-tests and ANOVAs. This is a statistical assignment. Again, this is due November 20th, Friday by 11:59 p.m. Your last one is going to be quizzes, which is going to vary. This is posted through the course outline. And then your research requirement is due by December 7th. So you have the full semester to complete this assignment in itself. So if it helps you out for this semester, since this is an online class, you can put reminders into your cell phone on when these are due, but remember to always check Canvas course announcements that these might change throughout the semester as well, but you will be notified for that. For the first few things for the start of the semester, please fill out the survey relating to this course. There will be a link to the survey within Canvas. Please also complete the quick introductory assignment listing your academic major, one unique thing about yourself, and how hard you think this class will be on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm looking forward to this semester, and I'm hoping you will learn about research and the process.